Hi guys, it's Simon from SiliCreate, and today I'm just going to be making a test block piece for our pigments. We're updating the website, and so we just need new pictures. Yeah, I thought it would be a great opportunity to show you guys how we use our silicone and sort of give you some tips and tricks, things that we've learned along the way that might help you get better results. Okay, so for the basic things you'll need, we've got sort of some sort of mixing vessel. I mean, if you're doing a small amount, a plastic cup and plastic spoon, disposable, they work well. We do quite a bit of mixing and pouring, obviously, so we have these mixing bowls. We just get them from Coles. They come in like a 3-pack, and then use a spatula to mix. These are about 350 grams. 350 grams wouldn't really work in a cup like this. You'll also want to have some gloves. It's just easier for cleanup. You don't want to get this stuff on your hands. It's not toxic or anything, but it's a pain to get off, and so it's a lot easier to have the gloves. And we are, of course, doing a pigment, well, these are for our pigment test blocks, and so we've got some pigment today. Of course, this isn't required. Generally though, it is quite nice to use pigment just because you can see how well you've mixed the silicone. Our soft 15A silicone comes in 1 part clear, 1 part white, and this makes it quite good for mixing. And also a scale is great. Quick thing there, if you are just doing small stuff, you can go by volume. So if you get 2 cups, pour your A in here, your B in here, up to a level, make sure they're level, pour one into the other, make sure you get it all out, and then mix, you'll be fine. And obviously, you'll need your silicone too. What we're using today, we're just using our 20A quick setting silicone. So yeah, when it comes down to the silicone, there's 2 sort of times on the bottle that you really want to take notice of. That's the mixing time or working time, and the setting time. So for the 20A fast, we've got a mixing or working time of 5 to 7 minutes. This is how long you have once you've poured the 2 in and started mixing until the silicone starts to cure and gets just a bit gluggier. It won't be as easy to pour. And then the setting time for this one is 30 minutes. This is how long you'll have until it's cured into a hard silicone. That setting time is at a 23-degree sort of ambient temperature. If it is hotter, it will set a bit quicker. If it's colder, it might take a little bit longer. A little trick if you want to say work with this fast, 20A fast, but you are a bit stressed about the working time and you want to extend that out a little bit and also extend out the setting time, you can put these in the fridge and cool them down, and that'll slow the reaction and slow the cure. So yeah, just for an example, this is just our fast silicone. This is our 15A soft. This has a working time of 30 minutes and then a setting curing time of 6 to 7 hours. So this gives you a lot more time to mix and a lot more time to pour, and that can work well if you're doing large batches and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get into the pour. I'll just put the gloves on first. With this 20A fast, because it sets so quickly and the working time is so low, you do kind of want to be prepped before you start pouring, because once you start pouring in that part B, you've got a very small amount of time to make sure everything's poured. I've got the bowl and the scales, got my mold here at the ready, got my mixing spatula. I think I said earlier, but I know that these are about 300 to 350 grams. So I am pouring about 175 grams of each part. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, there we go. I just went a little bit over. I'm at 181 grams. And now I go in with the B, and I know I'm going for about 181 grams or as close as I can get. So I've got 180.7 grams, so pretty close today. And now I'm just going to grab a little bit of the red pigment. Here's a big thing with the pigments, you really don't need to use much. They're very, very concentrated. You can always add more. So this is 350 grams of silicone. I would do a tiny amount, like less than a pea. We'll go in with that. So yeah, with mixing, you really want to make sure that you mix this stuff very well. If you don't mix enough, you can end up with unset spots in your final mold and stuff like that. Make sure that you're always scraping the sides of the bowl or the cup. We kind of say, once it's mixed, just mix for another like 30 seconds, just to make sure. All right, so I'm happy with that now. And so I'm just going to take the spatula out. I'll show you how to pour it today to try and minimize bubbles. If you are doing larger batches or doing this more regularly, we do recommend investing in a vacuum chamber. These just pull a vacuum in the chamber and it just sucks all of the bubbles out of the silicone, and it makes sure that you never get bubbles ever again. Today we'll just go about pouring without. So yeah, when you go to pour, you want to basically pour in one long thin stream away from the center of your mold. So as you can see, I'm just doing one long thin stream. Okay, so that last pour didn't go to plan. The camera battery died like 30 seconds into pouring. I will show you anyway with another mix that I've just done. What you want to do is just pour in one long thin stream sort of in the corner of your mold. You want to take your time with this. You don't want to rush it too much. I've just got to wait now the 30 minutes for setting time. It's a bit warm in here, so it might be a little bit quicker. Just one more quick tip about cleanup. If you spill any of, say, this stuff that's been mixed already, like I am on the table right now, don't have to stress too much. If you just wait that sort of 20 to 30 minutes, it'll literally just peel straight off. Okay, so our mold is all cured now. This stuff's all cured solid. And yeah, I'll just show you how we go about demolding. If you can sometimes just peel out a corner. Can't quite get a corner, you may just want to use like a kitchen knife. This is sort of a one-dimensional mold, so it's quite easy to demold. If you've got quite a complex sort of shape, you might be able to sort of cut it out. Another option too is just to make it easier, you can use Vaseline if you warm it up and then sort of lightly brush it to your mold before you pour, or a release spray. You can get aerosols or a liquid base. Just before you pour in your silicone, you put that in there and that'll make it really easy to get them out. We didn't use that here just because it's such a simple mold and it's pretty easy to peel out. Yeah, here we go. It's coming out. This one peels out very easily. That's our finished product. It's all cured, it's a nice blue color. And yeah, that's about the 20A shore hardness. It's nice and flexible, but not super soft that, you know, it can't sort of hold its structure well. That's the video. That sort of just covers over some of the basics on how to use our silicone. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or hit us up through the contact form on our website, SiliCreate.com. You'll also find all our products there if you want to do some of this yourself. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a good day, week, month, year. I'll see you in the next video.